Hi, I'm La Nonchalance for 4:30 PM and welcome to the second part of the CHOSAT walkthrough video, especially dedicated to the CHOSAT effect. We will see how it works and hear what it can do in context. You can use this effect in many situations. You can apply it in a subtle way or a wild, creative way. Here are some examples of what you can obtain with it.
Da 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 da
The CHOSAT effect is similar to the CHOSAT module inside the synth, with few more elements that will allow you to go into details. At the top, you will find a bypass button and a dry wet knobs that will affect the whole effect. Underneath you will find the chorus with his dry rate slider, a rate slider that controls the speed of the modulation, a range slider that controls the depth of the chorus modulation, a width slider that widens the effect, a voice slider that lets you select the number of voices that you want. Usually, chorus are modulated with a sine wave, but in this effect, you can choose between different kinds of waveforms with the shape slider. This particularity enables interesting sound behavior. The smooth slider is here to soften the shape of certain waveforms. The range and rate slider allow you to go pretty wide with those controls. You can obtain surprising results by playing with those two and the different modulation wave shapes. Next to it, you will have the saturator that also has a dry wet slider, an input slider, an output slider, a drive that controls the amount of harmonics, a second and fifth sliders that control the amount of the second and fifth harmonic in positive and negative value, and a tab slider to select the saturation mode. The input and output slider will play a determinant role for the saturator. You will need to find a good balance between those two sliders to obtain the texture that you want. Having too much input can result with too much saturation. You can of course use this to your advantage, but if it's not what you want, you can always lower the input slider and augment the output slider. Both the chorus and the saturators have a bandpass that allow you to gain more control over your frequencies using an high cut or low cut filter. For example, you can decide to have chorus only affecting the high frequency, or in contrary, only the low. Even only the middle, that's for you to decide. The same goes with the saturator. Finally, you can add more life to your sound by enabling the low and high cut modulation. You can select the shape of your LFO, determine the rate, and control the smoothness of shape like the rectangle or the saw. Play with the minimum and maximum knob to determine the modulation range. You can look at the visualizer to see what's happening. We have also added an additional tab that contains the delay and a reverb effect. Those two effects are like the cherry on the top for completing the texture. Inside the delay, you will find a wet, a feedback, a drive, and a gain knob. You will have a sync slider to adjust the note length of the delay. You can choose between different sync types. And you can also offset the delay individually in the left and right here. The reverb has a wet, a early late, a length, and a gain knob. You will be able to adjust the size and the widening of the reverb. And you will also have a low cut and high cut slider that will help you to control your sound. This will conclude our walkthrough videos. Now you know everything about the CHOSAT projects, and we can't wait to see what you will do with them. Till then, take care, bye bye.